Hi there, welcome back to Halliday's Kitchen, or at least the outdoor version of it, out here on the porch where we have the egg and the griddle. I was cleaning up the egg, and I came across the good old rack, and I thought, you know what sounds good to put in there? Some ribs. So I thought, how about we do some ribs? But did I do what I want to do them just on the big green egg? I didn't want to boil them, so I came up with, hey, why don't we go ahead and marinate the ribs, then we'll then we'll smoke them here on the big green egg for a couple of hours. Then after that's done, let's go ahead and put them on the sous vide, which is the water immersion bath, for a good, I don't know, 10 hours or so. And then, gosh, how many times can I say in that? And then we'll go ahead and sear them up on the grill. So that's my idea. Let's see how it's going to work out. So without further ado, let's get going on some ribs. Now first we're going to start off by tenderizing the ribs with a meat tenderizer. I got these ribs at the grocery store, and I had the butcher there remove the silver skin, so I didn't have to do it because, to be honest with you, I didn't want to do it. So put a little meat tenderizer on it. Then I've got this dry rub that I got in Canada, bootlegger I think it is. It was pretty good, so I said we'll give that a try. So I'm going to give a generous sprinkling of that on there. Once I got a good coating on that, then I'm going to go ahead and transfer the ribs over to a Ziploc freezer bag. Make sure it's a freezer bag. It's the only one I like to use. And I'm going to go ahead and let it sit in there and basically get happy for a while. Into the refrigerator it goes for a few hours. Time to start the egg now that the ribs have been in the refrigerator for a bit, so I'll get my fire starter going on my lump coal in the big green egg. I'm adding one big piece of hickory wood in there for my smoke for the ribs. And I'll let that burn up a little bit and get charred so it's ready to do some nice good smoking of those ribs. I took the ribs out of the refrigerator and left for about a half an hour before putting them on the egg and on the V-rack, and now it's time to smoke them on. After the ribs have been smoking at about 220 and 25 degrees Fahrenheit for about 2.5 to 3 hours, I'm going to go ahead and take it off and get it ready to go into the jacuzzi. I've got the sous vide going about 137 degrees Fahrenheit. Getting those ribs in the bath in the Ziploc bag. Go ahead and use the water immersion technique to get the air out. And then go ahead and put the clip on so it stays tight and ready for its time in the water. Since this is going to be a long cook time in the sous vide, I'm putting in the sous vide balls to help prevent evaporation and to help keep the heat in so the sous vide machine doesn't have to work so hard. After 10 hours in the bath, just going to go ahead and get them out of there. And I'm just going to refrigerate them actually. And I'm going to be taking these camping later where we're going to go ahead and put them on the BA grill. So here I am. Whoop, now we're at camping. Going to go ahead and slather it with some rib sauce that I had. Getting it nice and coated with the sauce before putting it on the charcoal grill. Just before putting the ribs on, I'm going to go ahead and put a little tiny piece of hickory wood in there to help get some smoke, some more smoke on it, because why not? The more the merrier. On go the ribs, and the ribs are for me, by the way. The other members of the family, they wanted something different, so we've got some filet for them. They'll be going inside and cooking along with the ribs. And now we'll let the charcoal do its thing. After we've got some good caramelization on the ribs, we're going to go ahead and take them off and let them sit for a few minutes before digging into these guys. The ribs were extremely easy to cut, fall off the bone pretty much, and I would have to say it was probably one of the most flavorful ribs I've had. I think doing the dry rub, letting it sit, and then with the smoke, and then with the sauce, and then the charcoal grill, it just all came up for just a bounty of flavors when I bite into those ribs, and they literally just fall off. So I believe I'll be doing this method again probably pretty soon because these were some of the best ribs I've ever had.